Hey there, what's going on everyone? Witam was wszystkich Lost X Commando here. Welcome back to a Call of Duty Black Ops gameplay commentary. We are rocking that golden AN-94 finally. Oh my goodness, took me so long to get this gun, but anyway, finally got that golden AN-4. We are rocking that golden AN-4. My class setup is the AN-4 with the grip suppressor and the stock. I'm using the wild card for 3 attachments on the primary, obviously. My secondary is the TAC-45. I don't think I have a secondary, like an attachment on it, but my perks are flak jacket, toughness, and tac mask. Of course, flak jacket, tac mask being one of the most important perks in Black Ops 2. If you guys don't know about that, I'll probably make a video about that soon. So I'm gonna start off a real quick series here today, and it's not gonna be a series that's gonna drag on for too long. It'll probably be a series of about 5-10 videos, something like that. And it's just gonna be best thing in the class, or best thing in like something like that. I don't know. Best thing in the class setup guide. You know, like best thing out of the assault rifles, best thing out of the SMG guns, best thing out of perks, best thing out of perk 3, perk 1, perk 2, best attachment, best you know, anything. So we're gonna kick the series off with the best assault rifle. So it really comes down to a couple things, and one of those things being preference and way of using the weapon. Now, I know that it's harder for some people to use some guns than others. That's kind of what Black Ops 2 is also engineered around, that some people will be great with one gun, but some people will use that same gun and will be horrible with it. And that's kind of the story with the AN-94. Some people just cannot use it, and some people will just beast mode with it, kind of like me. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not that good with it, but I actually am kind of good with it. Not that good, but anyway, off topic. I am decent with the AN-94, I guess. I guess you could say. So, best assault rifles. Now, let's roll through the assault rifles. What do we got starting off? We got the MTAR, which is pretty much the TAR from MW2. We got the, what is the next one? I think the next one's the Type 25. After the Type 25 is the SWAT. There's the 3-round burst rifles. There's the single shot rifles. There's the AN-94 at the end. There's the Finfal, the SMR, the SWAT, the something like that. I don't know. But there's all those assault rifles to choose from. And let me narrow it down through a couple sentences here. Now, it depends on what you're good at. I can't use SMGs. I'm good with SMGs. I can't use the single shot, the semi-automatic rifles at all. I mean, I can, but they have to have select fire on it. I'm not a kind of guy that can just keep tapping that right trigger. Like, that's just not me. I cannot do that. For some reason, the semi-automatic weapons just don't work for me. For some reason, I don't know why. They just don't really necessarily work for me. And it kind of really disappoints me that they don't, because I feel that if I was good with the semi-automatic weapons, I could do some serious damage with them, but I'm not really that good with them. And especially with the SMR, it's got the highest damage rate in the class, and if you can throw that full auto on there, you will just dominate with that gun. I know, because I tried it in league play, and that gun just destroys. So it is a pretty good gun, let me tell you that. And so yeah, going down to what 3-round burst rifles, you got the, what's that thing, the SWAT, and I think, oh, you got the M8A1, which is actually a 4-round burst rifle. They have so much to choose from in that category of assault rifles. They got 4-round burst, single shot, 3-round burst, fully automatic, and all that stuff. So there's a lot to pick from. And the 3-round burst rifles are actually really deadly. M8A1's probably the best one out of all of them. It's the one you get before the last weapon, I think, and it is really deadly, especially with select fire on it. That thing's a laser. And I was planning on getting that gold, but then I started using the AN-94, and I liked it a lot more. So, I think I could probably eliminate the single shot rifles from the best assault rifles, because I mean, you don't really see them too much. I do see the FAL OSW a lot, not a lot, but I do see it frequently, and I feel that people that use it do pretty good with it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and delete the single shot rifles from from this video, because it's just a little harder, a little bit harder to get those kill streaks, to stay within the close quarter battles with those guns, and it's just a tad harder to use them. So we're going to go ahead and take those out. The 3-round burst rifles, they are pretty good. They are really nice. They kill almost in 1 to 2 bursts almost every single time. And that's what I like about them in Black Ops 2. They're 1 to 2 bursts every single time. And they're pretty much like a sniper. And I really, really like that. So that is a really good thing, and they are pretty good, but I'm also going to have to remove the 3-round burst rifles. It was a hard decision to remove the 3-round burst rifles, but the only reason that is because between those 3-round bursts, it could be an SMG that could just slightly take you out off of that swarm streak, and it could just ruin everything right there. And that's my main thing against weapons that don't have a consistent fire rate, that you can fit a couple gunshots in between that fire rate that gun has, and that fire rate, that burst in between, that could be the thing that ends your streak. And that's my big beef with guns like that. So we're just gonna have to take those out. Now let's go through the fully automatic weapons. We got the MTAR, we got the AN-94, we got the Type 25, and oh gosh, I hope I'm not forgetting any. I think that's all of them from what I can remember. But okay, so MTAR is the first weapon you start out with. I'm going to have to go ahead and remove that one because it's a little less reliable than all the other guns. The Type 25 is just pretty steady at a shot. Even without grip, that thing is pretty much a laser, and it has a really fast rate of fire, faster than the MTAR, and the MTAR just has less damage, so I'm going to have to remove the MTAR from the category rating. Going on, we have the AN-94, and we have the, what gun did I just say? Type 25. Type 25 is a really fast fire rate, although the damage isn't that great, and that's the big thing I have with it. The damage on that gun it's really good. I mean, it's a good damage, but that gun is pretty much an SMG. That gun is a really great SMG assault rifle, if you know what I mean. That gun can be used up close, no problem, and it can really do a lot of damage up close. But when you get to those farther distance battles, when you get to those like out far battles, it's a little bit harder to get going with that nice streak there, that you have that nice laser. It's gonna be a lot longer to kill. You're gonna run out of ammo a lot faster, and that's why the Type 25 is unfortunately gonna have to go. As much as I love it, that gun, I do have a lot of progress with that gun. I think I have a prestige once already, and I almost have all the headshots done with it. So unfortunately, I am gonna have to remove that gun and have to use something else with it. So yeah, unfortunately, Type 25 is going to have to go, which is going to leave us with the AN-94. I really hope I'm not forgetting any other assault rifles. These are just the ones that I've had experience with and the ones that I use. So I'm going to have to say that the AN-94 is probably the best assault rifle in the game. Now, let me tell you why. AN-94 is pretty much like the AK of Black Ops 2. Now, if you don't realize, in all of the other Call of Duties, the AK has been majorly overpowered. Even though on Call of Duty 4 you got that gun first, it was still really, really good. Black Ops 1, really good gun. Modern Warfare 3, really good gun. As long as you can control that recoil on the AK-47, that gun was deadly. You can just like get so many kills with that gun. And it is the same thing in Black Ops 2, although they realize that it is a really good weapon and they put it as the last one. Now let me tell you why. It's got really high rate of fire. No, it doesn't. It actually doesn't have the high rate of fire. I think it actually might be the slowest rate of fire in all of the assault rifles. I'm not completely sure about that. Don't like take my word for it, but I think so. And that's my thing with it. That does have like a slow fire rate, but it does have the highest damage in the class, and that is one thing that I really like about that gun. That it has that really high damage that can do a lot of work, and that high damage is gonna give you the main thing. Also, the recoil is pretty much straight up and down. It doesn't recoil too much, especially with the grip. It just like, it shoots the bullet, the gun recoils, and by the time the next bullet shoots out, it is exactly where that one bullet hit. So it's pretty much a laser. Even though the gun does look like it's kicking a lot, it is pretty much a laser. And if you can just bear with that gun recoil, that action, that like, animation of the gun recoiling, you can pretty much laser the AN-94. And with the damage that it has, especially with at long range and close range, it destroys. You just have to make sure you see the guy first to get those 2 extra rounds off before he sees you, because if he sees you with a really fast SMG, you're most likely going to lose that gun battle. And I'm not saying that you're gonna lose it no matter what. I have had the guy see me first and still win the battle, just because the damage is so high. And if they're off on their fire rate by even like a few seconds, that is a few milliseconds maybe even, that damage, that extra damage is going to make up for that slow fire rate, and it's just going to destroy. And the gun also has 30 bullets in the clip, which is really good, and it fires off slow, so that that amount of rounds is going to last you for a really long time. So I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. Make sure to let me know what you think of the series. If you liked the video, make sure to hit that sub button to stay tuned for the rest of the series and all my other videos. Hope you guys enjoyed. I went 55-8. Pretty good gameplay. Got that VTOL in the Lodestar. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in my next videos and live streams. Peace, guys.